All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part two of IndieQuebec.com for Pro Wrestling Tonight. It's the Prez once again with my co-host, Magnificent Drey Breeze. We're going to go over our second part of our Dynamite review for Fight for the Fallen 2022. So, Drey, what did you think about the Swerve Scott handicap match against Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling?
It's pretty good. I mean, you can't like Tony
For a
Nese is a
stupid kind of comedy match, Swerve is good. Swerve is awesome.
Swerve is good. Nese is. I've always been a fan of Tony Nese. Uh, I like Smart Mark, man, as a manager. I think
Yeah,
he's probably the best manager in that company right now. That's an actual manager. That I mean, he really is that Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like businessman, annoying, just fucking annoying.
yeah, and he has like funny points. Like he's almost like a Jim Cornette a bit. One of those kind of yeah. No, yeah, he's
Yeah,
good. I
he's
think I think he's like a fully trained wrestler too. So
yeah, I think he is. Yes, I think he was a wrestler before, and they like of course he's smaller than a lot of the guys, so they were probably like, "Hey, I see you as a manager, man. Like you're
yeah,
good on the."
hey, I mean, look, sometimes that's the best role you can get. You go on TV, or it's a starting off point. Look, Raven as Johnny Polo, remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Adam Pierce. Look at Adam
Adam
Pierce,
Pierce. There you go, exactly.
NWA
No,
champion, and now
that's it. I mean, it's a
you
job.
know
It's a job. It's better than having to go do a regular job, I guess. For sure.
exactly. I
So
really
then,
like the ending. Josh Woods.
exactly, who we've been wondering where is he going to show up. He was
Where
a
is it?
judge at the pay-per-view in the pure title match, and then he
Yeah,
shows up here taking out Keith Lee, which makes him look really strong. That if he's
yeah.
like they make him able to take out Keith Lee.
Now I just hope they don't ruin it because Josh Woods. If you like Daniel Garcia, you're going to
You'll
love
love Josh Woods.
exactly. So
Agreed. No, Josh Woods. I'm glad that they went off and got put put this guy on TV, man. He's in
yeah,
his prime, and he was one of Ring of Honor's better guys. Then we got Miyu Yamiaskia taking on Thunder Rosa. I don't know. Thunder Rosa, it feels like she's losing her momentum. Do you agree?
I didn't like this match. Two talented women, very, very talented wrestlers, legit wrestling women. There was no chemistry. There was no chemistry at all. They messed.
Lucha versus Japan. It's not really a great mix.
There was just like a couple, not sloppy. I think everything was panned out. They knew what they wanted to do. I think when it came time to do it, it just didn't pan out properly. Like she was trying to lift her at one point. I think Yumi's just too heavy. Like for her, she couldn't lift her properly. She couldn't get like two, three times too, man. Like it was really, especially at the beginning. And it started to get going. It got better, but that first like 2 minutes, 5 minutes of that match was terrible. It was really
Yeah,
bad.
no, I know. I would
Oh, this
say
is
that
really
that
bad.
was probably the worst match of the night.
It was. It was the only match that I got up and left for a couple seconds.
Like, okay, go get a drink or something.
I
Yeah,
was like, I don't, yeah, this is not doing it for me. I can't get in it. This is bad. Like, and I just got up and walked away. So I'll leave it at that.
that's it. The Thunder Rosa era, I would on top here has left a lot to be desired. I would say, not really saying that it's her fault. It's just it doesn't feel that great. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that compelling to watch in general.
Well, in general, I find besides Britt Baker's clique, there's been a very weird booking of the women in
Yeah,
AEW. Like
Britt Baker's definitely been the most interesting one.
she's been the most interesting, although she's not even the most skilled. They have three girls out there that outskill her,
True.
but yet the booking is weird. It's up, it's down, it's this doesn't match with this. And sometimes I feel like the problem is they don't have a veteran woman working there doing the booking for them. It's a bunch of guys booking the girls there. I don't know any girl in that company that's booking girl matches. They
That's a
don't
good point.
have a Gail Kim. They don't have
In
a
charge
Mickey
of the women's
James.
division or something. Yeah,
In
maybe that
charge.
is what they need. No, the
You
women's
know,
division, I mean, at first I give it some chance because it's new, but like now it's time. It should be better than this. A
it
lot of
should
the
be way
time it
better.
feels like the women's match is the worst match of the night. And unless it's not, then when it's not often when the women's match is a match that gets talked about, it's because it's like they put them in some hardcore match where they're doing like Mick Foley spots.
Exactly. Really, exactly. Besides Jade Cargill too is another one that they book really well. But to me, it's like her. It's like they're putting all this effort on building
Yeah,
her
but
up.
Jade Cargill, then they put her against like these girls who can hardly wrestle and she just
Exactly.
destroys them. Like, who cares?
And she's new. She's green. On top of
Yeah,
destroying it, you put her in a situation where she's not even with a veteran. So she
yeah.
looks bad. Her too. She looks bad sometimes. I'm like, man,
She looks out of place sometimes, definitely.
she doesn't look like a wrestler. She looks like a girl who's a bodybuilder who can fight in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
You know, like when they would bring Mike Tyson in, like, Mike Tyson's wrestling. I was like, he's not going to mess. He's going to jump in, do a couple moves. D'Angelo Williams. It's like he's going to come in. He's going to be a wrestler. He trains. It's not working out. He's not running the ropes. She never runs the fucking ropes. Her movement, her lateral movement around the ring is fucking terrible. Her
No, she
intaking,
definitely has a lot left to be desired.
you know,
And but we didn't see Jade on tonight's show.
thank you. We didn't.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of wrestlers left off the show tonight, but like that's fine.
There was a lot of promos. It was
There
very
was
promo.
there was a lot of promos. So we get to our main event. Finally back. Finally, these injuries, the guys are gonna start getting back eventually. And here we see one of the most important guys to come back. Bryan Danielson is finally back. Takes on Daniel Garcia. I thought it was a cool match. The one thing that I didn't like is that it feels like we've seen this match like 4 times before. Am I
Yeah,
not right?
it is. We are right. You're right. You're
You know,
definitely right. Still, though, an impressive
it was
technical
great.
match.
It's a great main event. Garcia
Still making,
actually wins.
yeah, which was, well, of course, we know there was some cheating done in
Yeah,
that, but
asterisk.
but it was pretty cool. That was some good cheating. That if you're gonna cheat, that was a good cheat.
Yeah,
Like I like that. That was like he was totally hidden. The referee didn't look like a moron, just not looking in the right direction. Like he was totally under the ring holding the foot. That's a good
yeah.
way for interference. I mean, making Danielson pass out instead of tapping out is
Pass out in
always
the
good.
sharpshooter. Very cool.
That's one thing that I like about AEW. They do this a lot when it comes to like their bigger names. They let them not lose. They lose, but they let them lose by like, oh, he's lost too much
They
blood,
keep them strong.
passed out. They keep them strong in their loss, and they did it again here. I like the fact that Danielson is pushing Garcia, letting him go over. So I'd like to see where this goes, man. I want to see where this goes. But once again, it's the Jericho Appreciation Society against the Blackpool Combat
Yeah, the
Club.
feud just goes on and on and on. And it feels like the Jericho Appreciation Society is now another stable that has way too many people in it. And
Yeah,
so is like all the stables are just getting way too many people in them now.
way too big. Way too big.
Yeah.
Like 5 members should be the max.
I would
Like
say,
unless you're like Bullet Club, but Bullet Club is more like the
it's an exception.
NWO.
That was just
It's an
Bullet Club
exception,
is the exception to the rule.
and they've been going for years.
There you go. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it's this, and then they break them up and they dissolve, and then no, they're Bullet Club, it's Bullet Club. The members change, the name of the club stays. The leaders change, the name of the club stays. It's different. It's kind of like a biker gang in a way. They're a street gang in wrestling, So, yeah,
yeah, not the best episode of Dynamite ever, but not that bad. I've seen worse for sure.
I will say, besides the Thunder Rosa match, the matches were strong matches. There were not a lot of matches, but the matches were entertaining matches.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they like shoved in a bunch of other random. It feels like every match had its place.
Yeah, and
they could have probably gotten more people on this show, but
every match was a regular wrestling match.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no hardcore, no crazy ladder matches.
So
Which, like, I mean, some people would complain about that, but no, you don't need that every week. That was good. That's good this week.
that's what was good about this match. I think that's what makes us feel a little bit off about it this week.
Yeah, it's like, where was
Because
like the people almost dying or breaking their
there was
neck?
there was no weird stipulations anywhere, except the
And
fact
you
that
ended
Rudy
with Garcia Danielson, a classic wrestling match. And even the
exactly
first match was a pretty classic wrestling match. Roosh against
was
Moxley, and Moxley was less hardcore in that. So,
it was good.
props to
Yeah, it
him
was
for
a
once.
good match. Yeah,
Yeah. So who will you give your thumbs up of the week to this week?
I give my thumbs up of the week to Ricky Starks,
Ricky
even though
Starks,
he
good
lost,
choice.
because it was just an awesome fucking appearance today. His tag match a couple weeks ago, also the trios with him and Hobbs
Oh,
was
yeah, he's been
solid.
on fire. His promos, everything. Ricky
Yeah,
Starks.
everything's
I'd
been
like
on
to
fire.
see a TNT title shot in his future.
Exactly. I'd like to see Ricky go up on the card, please, because he deserves it. And also a second little thumbs up to Hook, man.
Yeah, that's my main thumbs up. With another, I'll give Ricky Starks the second. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hook.
exactly. So
Hook killed
Team
it this
Taz,
week. I mean, only
I
good
mean,
things.
even this Hobbs fucking turd. So let's give the thumbs up to Team Taz this week for actually being relevant in
Oh
different
yeah,
ways.
yeah. All three are awesome. All three are great. Future stars. Future
Yeah.
top stars. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that was our Dynamite review for this week. You got any last information or anything left to say, Dre, before we get going?
Nothing coming to mind. Oh, Impact. Kushida is in Impact also now. So if you guys are watching Impact, there will probably be some time splitters showing up
Wow.
soon. So that's going to be left to be seen. Their pay-per-views coming up this August. Josh Alexander is going to take on Alex Shelley for the world title. There's going to be some really good matches there. Like I said, Bandito and Ray Horus are on their way there. Expect Jonathan Grisham to show up in a few months. So they're turning and twisting and changing a little bit of the lineup there.
Yeah.
I expect Sam Shaw to show up there soon
Oh
also.
yeah, Sam Shaw. He was pretty good, Dexter Loomis.
Yeah. So I expect him to show up there soon also. I don't think he's a talent that's going to remain simply showing up for the NWA for too much longer.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks again, Dre. Always a great time doing the show with you, buddy. And ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.